Hello everyone, Minute Plus Meditation here. It's Tuesday, September the 13th, the feast of St. John Chrysostom. It was called the Golden Tongue because of the beauty of his preaching. You know, if you can get any homilies by John Chrysostom, they're magnificent, especially his sermons on St. Matthew, Sermon on the Mount. They're some of the best in the history of the church. Profound meditations for prayer, let me tell you. The wording, the way in which, the wording itself, depending on the translation you get, is obviously older English, but anything from John Chrysostom is just a magnificent preacher. Apparently he'd preach a whole hour, get out of his pulpit, go to the next church, and maybe go to another church and do the same. But that takes a great preacher to hold people's interest, and he was a great preacher. Okay, so from the first reading, 1 Corinthians chapter 12, just as the body is one and has many members, and all the members of the body, though many are one body, so it is with Christ. So in the one Spirit we are all baptized into one body, Jews or Greeks, slaves or free, and we are all made to drink of the one Spirit. Indeed, the body does not consist of one member, but of many. So St. Paul basically goes on to say, that the extrapolation of this is that we all know that every member in our body is important. Cut off one finger and, to try and deal with these is, it can be done. We know that. Even to cut off an arm, it can be done to deal with one arm. But all members of the body, there's no useless members of the body. Every member has a function, right? There's no just kind of free-floating, useless member of our body. Some may have become kind of, as we say, dormant, but every member of the body has a function. St. Paul is saying every member in the body of Christ has a function. There's nobody who doesn't have some gift, nobody who doesn't have some purpose. And this is really important because some people say, well, I don't have any gifts. I'm not much. I don't have anything to offer. And that's because many times nobody has actually helped them extrapolate, pull out of them, help them articulate what their gifts are, help them discover what their gifts are. And that's where good leaders come into play. That's the role of a good leader, or perhaps a good friend. Nobody's useless. Nobody is without purpose. Nobody is without a gift. Everybody is intended and valued and gifted by God. That's really important for all of us to remember. Okay, so over to the gospel. Okay, this is the incident from the widow of Nain, Luke chapter 7. So he's approaching a town. He sees a dead man being carried out, and his widow is there, and of course she's weeping. The procession is there, and Jesus goes up to her and says, "Do not weep." And then he comes forward and touches the pallet, which he should not have done. Nobody touches a dead person because you become ritually unclean, right? And Jesus said, "Young man, I say to you, rise." The young dead man sat up and began to speak, and Jesus gave him to his mother. And fear seized all of them, and they glorified God. Of course, fear seized all of them. Who raises a dead man? Not only raises them, but there's like instant regeneration, right? Instant regeneration. It's not like this timely process. It's like, boom, he's regenerated. And he's, I just keep saying it, this instant regeneration, this instant life is given back to him, and his muscles are ready to operate, and his skin color and the whole bit, he's ready to speak. So many things here. Who knows? Jesus could have healed, he could have raised anybody he wanted. Maybe something touched him in his heart because he saw this widow and her son, and that brought to his mind the fact that his own mother would see her son dead on the cross, right? And so in this case, he gave her her son back right away. And with a Blessed Mother, it would take 3 days to get her son back. She would have to go through this agony of kind of almost like a dark night of the soul, as it were. Although she knew he would rise, but still, it would have been something akin to a dark night, an agony waiting for him to return. So Jesus, the important thing is, so many things, but one thing I want to focus on is Jesus actually purifies the man. He's not made impure, rather he purifies that which is impure or unclean, and that is death. So he brings death to life. So you and I really need to think about allowing Jesus to heal our death, to heal our sin, to heal that which takes life from us. Even venial sin takes life from us. It's like a chip, and it could be a big chip out of us. It sucks our life away. Mortal sin actually breaks us apart. It takes charity away from us. And we have to have confession for that. But even venial sin takes a chip out of us, makes us less human. Every time we gossip, backbite, we're vicious, snotty, snarky, we refuse to pray. There's so many things, of course, but you get my point. So let Jesus heal you. Let him touch you through the sacrament of penance, reconciliation, confession, so that you are made clean as I am made clean when we do this. God bless you.